Lovely. Welcome back to BHS, Buy, Hold, Sell podcast, joined by Dor. Only the two of us.
Just the two of us.
And it'll work wonders. We're just next to each other, so it's nice and wholesome.
It is very wholesome.
Dor, how was your magic round, mate?
Oh, well, unfortunately, it wasn't as magical as the performances in Magic Round. I unfortunately was working both the Saturday and Sunday
mate.
night. We'll never again. As the listeners and watchers know that as of next week's my last week of shift work, so I'm
Well, there you go.
free to go. Free to go next year. I'll be getting the tickets right away when they come on sale, I think, later in the year.
It'll be up in the stories as well, of course.
Yeah. 149,000, Mick, like over the 3 days. It's a stunning turnout.
I don't think personally they should ever change venue.
No. Well, it's locked in, I think, now till 2027, I think, staying at Magic Round, staying at Suncorp. So I think that's bloody exceptional news.
It's great. A few of the all-out members, Benson
there on
Cordless,
Friday.
were at Caxton.
Yep.
No, they enjoyed it. I think Cordless bought his autograph Sharpie.
Oh, did he? Oh, the
No, I
autograph
doubt
Sharpie. What was he doing wearing a Parramatta jersey just quietly?
I told him to leave. I don't know if that was like a joke or because he's a Finns. He's a Finns.
Finns,
supporter.
man, yeah.
Formerly a Broncos.
It seems to be a bad omen for Brad Arthur, Cord wearing that jersey, because not long after that, a few days later, Brad's gone.
Yeah, I think it was time for Brad to go. Not saying he was a poor coach necessarily, just different face.
Yeah, 11 years or something as
exactly.
coach of Parramatta and only made one grand final.
He took it on the chin as well. I rated that.
Yeah.
Especially in like
I think he'll definitely
interviews.
get a job. I think I was discussing this with a mate last night, and I think that the only job potentially could be Peyton at the Cowboys that could be up for grabs for Arthur if he wants a head coaching role in the NRL. I think at the moment everyone else is all right, I reckon.
I agree. Now we better get into the fantasy stuff.
Yeah, mate. Well,
Probably why people are listening.
Yeah, it's Indigenous round, mate. I got the new Broncos Indigenous jersey. Yeah, I'm bloody keen for this weekend.
You've got how many jerseys do you reckon you have in total?
Broncos ones are way too many, probably like 10.
Loyal.
Yes.
Unlike Cordless. He clearly isn't. I'm sure you don't have any other teams' jerseys. Anyway, all right.
No.
So we'll get into the first few players. We'll start off with hookers because obviously Grant owners, and if you got Lussick, quite frankly, the guy has to go. So
He has to go, blood.
He has to. The first player is Reid Marnie. Been pretty impressive this year. Reduced his missed tackles. He's at 704K. Round 13, obviously. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no. Well, like you said, Mick, he's definitely reduced his missed tackles, and he's also continued to just tackle. Because I'm pretty sure he's out in front by a fair way for the stats for leading tackle count, or most tackles made, should I say, in the NRL this season. And yeah, look, the only issue I think is it could be potentially maybe a bit late at 704K.
Yeah, I do agree.
But the coverage is great, obviously, with that round 13 bye. And like you said, with Grant being out, I think it's definitely one to look into for sure.
I'd probably be more inclined to get Damien Cook. He's the next guy on our list, 688K, playing 80 minutes. I know he doesn't play round 13, which is tough. But if you've got Lussick maybe, I think he's a good hooker to get.
Yeah, well, I hope they were listening to us last week, Mick, because I said that Cook was one to watch last week.
He cooked, literally.
And he cooked, yeah. It looks like he's back to playing 80 minutes under Ben Hornby. So that's exceptional news. And yeah, look, I think break even of 45 this week. Oh, it's just you could potentially wait 1 week, but he could make some money this week and then get him for round 14.
I think round 14, he's a great shout.
I think that's probably potentially the best option. But if you want to go early, you've already got good hooker coverage.
Yep.
And you want to get someone like him in, go for it.
Now, a position this year that lacks a bit of depth is the mids. Like I got Payne Haas there. He hurt his toe, unfortunately. I'm really struggling to find some guns.
Still named. You should be playing this week.
Yep. I think Max King is a decent little pod option.
Yeah, no, I was actually surprised. He was a bit, the last couple, say like a month ago, I his performances were a bit average. Obviously, I can't remember exactly what the injury was off the top of my head, but he obviously sustained some injury. And I don't think he got surgery. I think Mann ended up getting surgery and Max King didn't. He had a couple of poor performances there, but then the last couple of weeks, he's really bounced back with some really strong performances. So yeah, I'm really keen actually on Max King, considering, like you said, Mick, with
he gets through his work.
Yeah, and it's just like that middle position, like you said, it's really lacking this year. And then obviously a lot of people have got Ruben Cotter, who's obviously going to miss some time with Origin.
Yep.
So I think that's definitely one to look at.
Now we'll go back to another hooker that we forgot about. Jaden Brayley, he's been pretty good of late. A couple of weeks ago, he didn't play 80.
Yeah.
But outside of that, when he's played 80, he's looked good.
Oh,
and he's 25 break even, does play round 13.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a perfect
minutes-wise-
trade in next week if you want.
Yep, I think minutes-wise, he should be clocking 80, I think, now.
Oh, he should be definitely going way better. It's just with Ponga out, he's now captain.
Because obviously the Knights have the bye.
Yeah,
But
this week.
he's one to think about when you're trading this week. Jaden Brayley's one I'm getting in next week, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, last week he played, Magic Round, he played 72 minutes. And the week before that was 80. And he's got 48 and 56. And then, he obviously had like that game, like you said, Mick, where he played 49 minutes against the Wars. But like you said, I actually think that they just played it pretty cautiously. I think you and I had this discussion just because of the conditions that game was played in. I think that there's just with his injury history, they didn't want to risk him. So just played him that, those less minutes because he played 80 the 2 weeks before that for 42.54. I think there's definitely still a lot of money to be made with Jaden Brayley.
Yeah. Touch wood that he doesn't, he remains injury free.
Yes, no. I feel sorry for the poor bloke. It's just when same with Pappenhausen and those blokes.
He gets a good run of games and then
yeah. You just wish the best for him. Hopefully he can stay fit and
100%.
The Knights keep going well for those fans.
Now,
shout out to Lakey.
As a former Dragons fan, I cannot believe this guy's actually a buy, or at least one to think about. Jaden Sullivan, he's at 524K, 80 points on the weekend. Negative 14
BE, yeah.
Negative 14. He's versing the Cows, then his former team, St. George.
That would be in round 14, I believe.
Now, he is out for round 13, but he's looking good. I think he got 68 the week before against Newcastle as well. Yep. So he's really gone outstanding the last couple of weeks. Got obviously dominating the kick meters over Galvin. And then also he's definitely he got a try assist from a stunning offload. I think he suckled in about a couple defenders and then just somehow magically got the ball out and over they went. So yeah, he's definitely one to look at, I guess. I personally, I'm sure you're about to say Aiden Caesar's looking like round 15, I think.
Yeah, he's back from suspension in round 15.
So basically, I'd rule him out, but he was one to definitely talk about because he's going exceptionally.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. I don't think they're going to drop Galvin.
No way, no. He'll go back to 14, I reckon.
Yeah, so I think we
Appy
definitely
could play Origin. So maybe he sits out after in round 14.
But then Simpkins played well when Appy's hasn't played.
Avoid.
So I think we avoid Sullivan, but definitely one to talk about in that in this buy category because his performances of late have been definitely buy worthy.
Well, we've seen a few questions asking about him.
Yeah,
this guy is also a avoid, but that's for me personally. Just been burnt too many times.
Oh, it's me as well. I was very high on big helium.
Lukey, look, I just can't get burnt again. He got 47 the weekend. He's fairly cheap at 441K. I don't think he's going to play 80.
27 BE, yeah, he won't. I don't think he'll play 8. He could, however, he should play 80 in the. Mick and I don't know about Mick, but I personally think that Nanai is probably going to get named for the Maroons, even though his form's been a bit average. He's had a couple of good games, but long story short, Helium should play. Lukey should play those 80 minutes in those weeks, same as Finay Fukiaki if you held him. In that Origin week, so that round 13 clash against the Roosters next week, I think you should see Finay Fukiaki and Lukey both be playing 80 minutes.
The next guy, as a not a far logo owner in fantasy and Supercoach, he is frustrating to watch. Tyron Wishart, he's been performing well, but he loves a dummy. I think he's almost probably the cheapie of the week this week.
Yeah, 382K, and break even of 1. Obviously, the groin injury to Munster out for 8 to 10 weeks. And then obviously Jonah Pezzett as well is out for the season. So there's no one, I don't think, that's going to take Wishart's spot from him until Munster gets back. Obviously, I guess maybe a slight downside, Mick, is that obviously Jerome Hughes is back this week.
Yes.
So I don't think he'll get as many kick meters as he has been the last couple of weeks.
Well, I respect it regardless. He tucks it under his wing and he just runs.
Oh yeah, he run. I'm not saying that. Like I'm all for buying him this week. I'm just saying it. Just a slight downside potentially is just that he's obviously going back to 5'8".
Yeah, I agree. We've got down Justin
Matamua. Yeah,
from the Tigers. He gets to start at lock. It's one to watch. 257K. I don't know what Benji's doing with the lock position at the Tigers. He really it's just a gauntlet. Just switching him around. I guess a few injuries he's had. Who'd he start with? Pole, went to Bateman, went to IPAP, and now we're on him.
No, then they had Twal last week.
Christ.
And then, Matamua this week. Look.
Make a decision.
Yeah. Well, look, honestly, I don't know why he moved Bateman from there anyway, but then obviously he got injured. So
well, as an IPAP owner, I liked IPAP at lock, and now he's back at edge.
Yeah. Oh, well, should we talk about the next bloke, Big Jackie Whiten, maybe, Mick? Give him a mention. He's been, I'd say, a very talked about signing, obviously, for the South Rabbitohs for this season.
Well, we know historically as a 5'8", he'll score, 40s.
Yeah.
And at his price, 408K, that's definitely worth it. Rabbits suck.
Yeah, and do we think that we wait to round 14 as well if you were going to potentially get one more week? He's not playing round 13 next week. And then just if he kills it this week, then we can get him in round 14 potentially.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is a great week to hold trades. If you're
Yeah.
pretty good with round 13 players.
No, I do agree. I do agree.
Not that many injuries. A lot of players like we've talked about.
Well, to be honest,
one to watch.
To be honest, there's still been a lot of injuries. It's just that all us coaches have all moved on and got rid of that. So the players that
I love how we refer to ourselves as coaches.
Yeah. Well, we are coaches, fantasy coaches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
24/7. Come home from work and I got a squad to coach.
That's exactly
the boys
right.
need me.
Yeah.
It's like that Gus Gould meme I posted. Where it's like giving the pep talk.
Oh, yeah. We give them pep talks every week.
How much would you pay personal money to be like a top 1,000 player every season? You know what I mean? Like if you could pay to win, would you would you pay to get more trades?
Oh, I'd definitely pay if we get more trades, 100%.
Like
It'd be
my bank account would be in disarray.
Especially like Cord's meme he posted this morning about everyone or like coaches that have. Oh, you posted that one, lovely Mick. Yeah, no, the
Donald Trump.
Yeah, just using trades every week, so you're looking at your trades. And
it is something to think about how many trades everyone has left. I got 17. I think that's a decent amount.
That's a pretty good amount. Yeah. I'm definitely
some people
worse
could
than
have
that.
Like 13.
I'm pretty sure the all-out team we can check because I'm probably sure we're going to get asked about it. We've got 17 trades as well.
I think around there is fine because remember you get more.
I'd say 15 to 17. I'd say somewhere in that range because you obviously, as you said, Mick, about to say, I think you get 8 new trades given to you in round 20, I believe it is, at the start of round 20. So that's definitely one to definitely watch closely, especially like you said, this week you can probably go without trading. So if you're not sure about something, definitely just save your trades. Move on to next one, maybe Adco.
Yeah, so
little talk about that one.
I guess with Trindle still lurking in the squad, I was just going to say, like, some people are going to be asking, is it too late for KO Weeks? Is it too late for Armstrong? Definitely no. I'd definitely still get them in, no matter what. And then Atkinson's probably the third one of those guys where I don't think he's a must-have
No, he's not a must-have, but obviously, Nico playing Origin, he could get a bit rest, like a bit more rest than he usually would because of the Sharks' position on the ladder, as well as the fact is that obviously the position on the ladder, and then also that they've got Trindle there at the moment that can fill in. So I'd say Atco and Trindle will be the halves next week.
Yep.
Because the Sharks do play round 13. But just quickly on those other options, Mick, like you said, like Ponga with Armstrong, Ponga, the NRL website saying Ponga's not going to be back till round 22.
There you go.
So that's heaps of time for Armstrong to continue to kill it. And then with Weeks, I'm pretty sure Fogarty's not back till round 20. So there's plenty of time for those guys of Weeks and Armstrong to absolutely continue to kill it.
Yeah.
If you haven't got them, you've got to get them. But like obviously Armstrong, you can wait next week. But if you haven't got Weeks, you've got to get Weeks. He's just dominating the kick meters. He's organising the team. The Raiders are playing well. Definitely one you need to get in your side.
That's simple enough. I was just going to say, I love going on a little Origin tangent. Reckon so Munster's obviously out. Reckon if Ponga was still healthy, he'd be our 6? Or would they go Dearden or Mam?
That's actually a good question with if Ponga was
if we had fit. Ponga, DCE, Grant, and Welsh in the spine.
I think Ponga would actually. I reckon there's a high chance he would have picked Ponga at 6. But at the same time, Dearden obviously filled in last year.
He'll do a role
and did a really good job.
He'll do a great role. I think Mam's the upside pick, but he is prone to a bit of a stinker, and Dearden's sort of done it in the past. So.
He's definitely good, Ezra, though, in big games. We obviously saw that last year in the grand final, the special hat-trick piece. But the last player that we want to talk about, Mick, maybe, for the buys?
Yeah, Jack Cole, 231K. I know a lot of people have been asking about him. Schneider, 2 weeks away?
Physio posted early at the week, I think it was 3 to 4 weeks. So it's obviously one to have a look at, but look, we just talked about 2 better options in Armstrong and Weeks.
I did appreciate Cole's little strategic tacky there.
Oh,
that's an early tacky.
Yeah,
I think he was preparing for a big night.
Oh, potentially. Yeah.
Speaking of big nights, Magic Round, not controversy, but I think a few players had a bit of hay fever. Some bad hay fever in a few videos I saw circulating online.
Oh, I've seen more.
Get an antihistamine up, yeah.
I've seen some horrible stuff, Mick. I saw somebody. I don't think I can really say this on the podcast. Yeah, I think we move on. We move on
to the holds.
Oh, the holds, yes.
Now, disclaimer, if you've got any 13 players, I know I roasted Lussick earlier, but realistically, it's one more week. Just hold those type of guys.
100%, yeah. The Salmons, Fine Fukiaki.
Yeah, exactly. Those type of guys.
Lussicks.
And then players like Payne Haas. If you're a gun and you underperformed last week, it's pretty simple. You're holding AFB.
Yeah.
Tohu Harris is injured, so
yeah, back round 14. Obviously, not playing the round 13 bye.
Yeah,
I think you're leaning towards the sell, and I'm leaning towards holding Tohu just because, like you said, he's a gun. I think that he'll benefit from this rest. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Refresh up and then come back in round 14.
I just feel like there's been a lot of different news about his timeline.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's just a finger injury that physio reported yesterday. I'm not exactly sure the specifics, but
I do think, now that I think about it, if it's only 2 weeks, I do think it's a hold, but it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Ruben Cotter, I'm more inclined to sell just because he's got that origin. You don't know if he's playing the week after.
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to back up.
Coming off a pretty poor score. He's a luxury trade, 100%. But if you've got a lot of trades in the bank, you're looking to buy in a round 13 player. I get it.
Yeah, I think that's the same like with Tohu and Ruben Cotter, to be honest. I definitely think that if you're going to trade one of those, it's probably Cotter just because you just... I guess the one upside, I think, to him backing up is because of how bad the Cowboys are and where they're sitting on the ladder.
That is true.
Obviously, and he's also co-captain with Dearden.
Yeah.
So they could rest one of them and then play the other, and then the next Origin do vice versa. Rest the other one, play the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I don't know. it's hard for me. I'd just be holding.
It's a decision you have to make about how many games do you think these players will play throughout those weeks.
Well, see, I've just got McKaylee, so I'm just playing. I just won't play Cotter, and then I'll just play McKaylee because he'll get more minutes in that period.
Morgan Smithies, high break even of 70, but we've got him in our team. We're pretty happy with how he's going.
Yeah, no.
He's playing next week. Got Jewel. Beautiful.
Yeah, I think I actually stuffed you up there, Mick. I'm pretty sure Morgan Smithies has a break even of 45.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so 45 he
Perfect.
does. Yeah, so
I was about to say, I was like, how does he have a 70 break even?
Yeah.
He's been going pretty good.
no, I think that's a tweak on my behalf. I think Payne Haas has a 70 break even, not Morgan Smithies. And so just poor from me. I'm sorry. I'll be better. But yeah, no.
Good accountability door.
He plays next week, Smithies, and then I think you can probably move him on, try and upgrade to, you could hold him for the whole Origin period and then sell him because he's not really going to lose that much money, but he's not going to make that much money at the moment. So
yeah, Fainu, I think he went pretty good. He only played 57 minutes, had cramps,
severe cramps actually.
Got 32. If you've got him,
32
doesn't play,
he did, yeah.
Doesn't play next week, but I think he's going fine.
Yeah.
He would have probably gotten like 40 on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, severe cramps, not injured or anything. He just couldn't get rid of the cramps. Unfortunately, I don't think he was taking enough. What is it? Bloody eucalyptus, bloody
pickle juice.
Oh, pickle juice. That's the one. Yeah, eucalyptus. That's a lovely tweak.
Maybe, is that your little secret remedy door?
Secret remedy, oh, maybe, brother. But yeah, like I said, McKaylee definitely. He's obviously didn't have a great. Only got 19 points last week. But just like I said, with Cotter going to
play
Origin,
him more, please.
Yeah, Origin.
Give him 40.
Yeah, he should be playing way more.
So frustrating.
But yeah, in the Origin period, he should definitely get better minutes.
Now, he reminds me of our Bulldogs boy,
Tavita Pangai.
No, I was not going to say Tavita Pangai. I was going to say
Max King.
Where is he?
Pawasa for Sumalawi.
No. Hughes. I had
Sammy Hughes. Sammy Hughes. Yeah,
he was playing such poor minutes, and then all of a sudden, coach had a bit of trust in him. He's gained about 200k. Underrated.
Yeah, and his minutes I think have increased by like nearly 20 minutes. So
he just gets to his work.
But
I appreciate you, Hughesy.
Yeah,
if you're listening.
Let's move on to those sells, Mick.
Yes.
And there's not really that many, but there is a few. Obviously, some due to injury.
I'll just list out the ones that are just obvious because of injury. Jumper Jolliffe.
Yeah, torn pec, 12
Another
weeks.
torn pec. I think he did that last year.
It's really frustrating. Jumping Jolliffe was going really well this year. I was actually looking at buying him a fair few, like I'd say a month ago. I didn't end up going there. So luckily I've avoided that one. But yeah. a very upsetting news for owners because he was having a really good season.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Connor Watson looks like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
That throat injury at training.
Yeah, training, yeah.
He's
diabolical.
probably a sell there. And Cam Munster, as we mentioned, injured.
Yeah, 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, out of Origin.
Is he going under the knife?
No, I don't think so.
I just got to figure it out what it is.
Well, from what Braith's saying, obviously Braith's on 360 and his manager, and he said that basically he's basically been struggling every week. I think Cooper Cronk also said on Matty Johns' podcast that
he's been playing at like 80%.
Yeah, he's basically playing and then he can't walk. Like, because Cronk had like the same injury, you can't like walk, so then you like recover hard like the couple of days after, and it's just a vicious cycle. So he like plays, struggles at the start of the week, then it gets a little bit better, but then yeah, like you said, he's basically playing through pain every week. I'm pretty sure they're just going to try and get him through the season and then go for surgery at the end of the season. Was originally what Braith said. Should I say?
Geez, Braith's had an interesting few weeks.
Oh, he has.
The Trell incident.
Yeah, Trelly.
A few other things.
Yeah, no.
What's the go with the NRL 360 panel?
Oh, mate, it's a really unique panel. I feel sorry for Buzz, just quietly.
I had to say, oh yeah, he gets roasted.
Yeah, they treat him horribly, poor Buzz.
And Paul Reed, he gets absolutely.
Yeah. Well, just like, but he's telling them that Wayne's going to sign with the Rabbitohs. Yeah, Brett Reed. That's all right. We had a couple of tweaks today, Mick. you and I.
Well, he's an NBA player. He exists.
What was I saying? Yeah, so like they were saying that Wayne was going to sign with South. Oh, Buzz was saying that Wayne was signing with South, but then they were all just like, because of Brad Arthur's been sacked, they were all giving him a hard time because they reckon that Bennett was going to do a switcheroo and go to Parramatta. But look, we're getting off. Let's get back to the back to
last thing. I think Wayne Bennett should have gone to Eels because I think the Rabbits aren't in a situation to win within the next couple of years. They've got old players, and I think Parramatta have the squad to win straight away. That's my tangent.
Yeah, that's all right.
Chevy Stewart, a sell. He might be. It was horrible mail from Ricky. Like you say, we're just resting the kid. He'll be back. Clearly, he's not Ricky. So respect.
Rapana's got back from injury and just gone straight back there and doing a great job. So.
Xavier Willison, I think he's made his money. Doesn't play round 13. Lost 10K on the weekend. Taylor May.
Yeah, he's just out indefinitely due to issues off the field. But
tough month of May for
Taylor May. Yeah. Well, we move on to some captaincy options, Mick. Where are you leaning towards this week before I get list off some options?
I think everyone knows, so I'm captaining.
Nico Hines?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not even thinking about Captain Payne Haas last week.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And that obviously, to be honest, there's obviously 45. A bit of uncertainty around Nico. I personally just went YOLO and sent it with Nico and then put the VC on my buy from last week was Big Deadwoods.
I'm captaining Armstrong. Oh, he's not even playing.
What about one to watch, I reckon, boys, is Dylan Brown. Playing South Sydney, averages 78 against them.
Don't mind that.
And obviously no Moses still.
Maybe an Angus Crichton bounce back against the Raiders.
Yeah, potentially. I was just thinking with that Dylan Brown thing as well, with if you look at, say, back through the years of the NRL, probably like the last, I don't know, say 10 years of the interim coach when they come in and take over.
Stats don't lie.
Yeah, there's a pretty good record for that interim coach's team to win the first week that he comes in.
Well, there you go.
So I'm pretty sure that Dylan Brown is going to be a very good option for owners. Drinky, bit of a pot option. Obviously, doesn't really have that base stats, but obviously versing the Tigers up there in North Queensland could go big this week. Averages, like I said, 79 against the Tigers. So it's definitely one to look at. David Fafita, if you have him, look, he's just been outstanding. 70.5 average against the Broncos.
He's a weapon.
He is just unbelievable. I've just been so impressed with him this season. Those haters of Fafitas are awfully quiet, and they haven't even talked about his spot in the Maroons team because it's just a given with the way he's playing.
Yep. I'll end with a little bet. Ben Hunt, anytime try scorer on Thursday. Book it.
What about? Well, hold on. Oh, Jesus. I wanted to before we're not. That's gonna be the second ending. I want to end on something else. That's all right. Origin sleeper picks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I want. So let's give two sleeper options for both states.
I got one for the Blues.
Yeah,
I'll start us off.
Yeah,
he played last year. Talakai.
Yeah.
Now I think Fittler severely misused him last year. He's got the potential to be in their backline if injury happened. He can play lock, as we know. He can play edge. He's got that ruck speed. He's got that feet, post-contact meters. I think he could be a great option on the bench if he's used right.
Yeah, used well. I think Madge will definitely use players better than
Well, he's not delusional.
Freddie. Yeah, that's a great start. What about Queensland? You got a little sleeper pick there?
I wouldn't say he's a sleeper, but I think Jaden Sewer should be locked into a jersey.
Yeah.
Obviously a bit of bias as a Dragons fan. We just re-signed him. He's a stud.
Oh, no. He's been. I'd personally just pick him. I definitely think he should be in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another sleeper, but maybe I do think Dearden will get a job, but I think Mam could have a blinder.
Yeah, Ezra Mam's definitely a bit of a sleeper because I think that everyone's just saying that Dearden's definitely going to get the jersey.
What about Xavier Willison?
Oh, yeah.
He's not even eligible.
Yeah, he's not even eligible. Look, Here, I'm going to give you my options. I'm going for the Blues. This is very bold indeed. A big sleeper pick is the man who just seems to score tries for fun. Big Tommy Hazelton.
I absolutely love that door. They need some props as well.
Yeah, the props form, New South Wales props form this year hasn't been really that great. Me personally, I'd be picking Haas and Turbo to start, Jakey Turbo.
Yep.
And then I just think having someone like Hazelton off the bench, it would just be absolutely unreal. Like, he scored 5 tries this year. He's so hard to stop close to the line, averaging 100 meters. I know it's a bit of a left field selection.
I don't think it's left. I think he reeks of an Origin player.
I think he'd do no disrespect to the Blues jersey. I think if Hazelton was to be picked. Now, look, I'm tossing up between 2 players for my Queensland sleeper.
Yep.
Bo Firma.
Wow.
Is definitely. I'm just thinking. Look, Nanai's form hasn't been good. Potentially start with Sewer or Sewer and Fafita, and then have someone, or even start with the Titans things. Look, you're probably saying why. Like, the Titans are obviously not playing very well. But like, Firma's just absolutely eating the base stats recently, like back-to-back 180-meter performances the last couple of weeks, and killing it with the tackles as well. He's just a real solid player. He'll go out there and just work his absolute backside off. I don't think it's going to happen. And then Josh Kerr's been pretty good for the Dolphins. And obviously, he's probably a bit more likely, I'd say, just because of the fact with our prop situation, just like New South Wales, it's not really, I don't know, there's a spot available because you're probably going to go with Cotter and Collins. And then you've got that one extra spot there on the bench.
I'm glad you mentioned Joshy Kerr and not another Dolphins prop.
Oh, no, yeah. We're not going there. But, yes, make sure if you haven't done so, I know a bit of a spiel here to end, but if you haven't done so, I know it's back to front, but the All Out Club hat.
Feels cool like that.
You can get it on the Bence has added the shop feature on the Instagram, so you can get through that, or you can go through the links on our bio. Yeah. Look, we appreciate all the support every week, but and send us a photo. Actually, is what I should say.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We'll chuck it on the story.
Yeah,
I mention it every week.
Yeah,
green and cream is the best color combination.
Green and cream.
The stats don't lie.
Yeah, and so next week's probably going to be, I don't know, it'll be a big one next week, Mick, with the bye round.
We might do before Origin as well. We might do a little podcast.
Oh yeah, we'll do a
Origin.
podcast, but that will be after this one, because the next week will just be round 13 specials. I think maybe pick some players in each position or something like that. But no, I don't think that's anything else really to talk about, Mick. I think we end it right there, my friend.
Ben Hunt, anytime try scorer. Book it now.
We'll see you next week. Up hunting.